ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the Valve Time News for May 15th, 2015. Each week or two, we bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. As several of you pointed out in the comments of our last episode, the Team Fortress 2 scene has been extremely quiet these past few months, but thankfully, that may be about to change. A user by the name of Ashisaitism posted a new thread to the NeoGAF forums these past 2 weeks revealing that multiple top-level competitive Team Fortress 2 players were recently invited to visit Valve, where the game's development team confirmed that they are indeed working on a competitive matchmaking system similar to the one currently used in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The system, which has been in development since late autumn, will allow friends to party up and join serious competitive matches separately from the usual public games TF2 has mostly focused on since its launch back in 2007. These matches will be connected to a ladder, likely using a form of MMR, which will track player performance and hopefully keep games relatively balanced. While the types of matches which will be made available and the amount of players per team is still very much in the air, Valve are reportedly interested in providing multiple queues to satisfy the tastes of different kinds of players. It's not currently known when the matchmaking system will be ready for release, so it may be some time before we see or hear anything. Regardless, it's still pretty nice to know that a competitive matchmaking mode is finally being worked on, and we're looking forward to seeing how it could potentially breathe new life into Valve's oldest currently active title. The Valve visitors also revealed some other interesting information about the future of Team Fortress 2, including a confirmation that the game's dev team has grown from a small handful of developers to around 20, hopefully improving the ever-slowing release schedule of content and updates from the past 2 years or so. The visitors noted that the team also shares an office with the CSGO development team, hopefully allowing both to collaborate easily if necessary, something which could definitely benefit TF2's competitive matchmaking mode by applying what the other team have learned since CSGO's release back in 2012. The final interesting point from the NeoGAF post involves Source 2, with the Valve team confirming that porting TF2 to the new engine doesn't really make sense at the current time, as there is no immediate need for it or any of its currently revealed new features. Believe it or not every game needs to be ported to a new engine just because it exists. I mean, just look at Half-Life Source. Anyway, we'll leave a list of relevant links in the video description should you want to head on over to read more from the NeoGAF post or to listen to the Fully Charged video over on the Team Fortress TV YouTube channel, which features some interesting discussion. As for actually released Team Fortress 2 content, a small patch released last week introduced the usual, relatively uninteresting list of gameplay bug fixes alongside the more interesting Tip of the Hats community medal, known as the Jaunty Pin 2015. The pin will be distributed in genuine quality to anyone who donates a currently unspecified amount of money to One Step Camp during the Tip of the Hats 2015 charity event set to take place in the summer. The Tip of the Hats events usually do an incredible job of gathering donations for good causes, with last year's event topping $108,000. If you're looking to support this year's event, be sure to head on over and keep your eyes peeled on the Tip of the Hats Steam group or website for any new information. Shortly after the Thursday release of Dota 2's 6.84 balance patch we spoke about on last episode, the promised interactive compendium for the International 2015 tournament was also revealed. Like previous years, the compendium acts both as a virtual guide to the tournament and as a way for Valve to generate additional funds for the total prize pool, while offering virtual items and activities to keep supporters entertained in the run-up. As with previous years, the compendium costs $9.99 or £6.69, 25% of which goes directly towards the event prize pool. But what does that figure get you? Well, anyone who purchases a compendium will be rewarded with a massive number of items, once they're unlocked via prize pool milestones. These include compendium coins, which can be used to purchase item drops, a cursor pack, 3 different immortal treasures, each containing 8 to 9 exclusive items, an arcana vote, compendium effigies, loading screens comprised of Dota 2 concept art, an axe immortal, a comic, and even a brand new desert-themed map variant. A new reward which stands out from the others is known as the Dota 2 Short Film Contest, which will feature as a Saxy-like community competition, allowing users to submit short clips for a potential prize of $20,000. While not all of these prizes are necessarily guaranteed, given that this year's milestones stretch all the way up to a whopping $15 million, the community has already managed to generate a figure exceeding half of that in a single week, and the International 2015 is still several long months away. Those looking to spend even more money on a compendium can purchase extra points to level up their book, providing even more exclusive rewards. These come in the forms of a new black hole visual effect for Enigma, which was released alongside a badass new comic, a new Almond the Frondillo pet for a number of strength and agility heroes, and more variations of prizes we previously listed, such as additional loading screens and courier skins. The book also provides other fun features not entirely involving items. These include event predictions, compendium achievements which range from successfully predicting an outcome to picking your favorite participating team, and our personal favorites, compendium challenges, which provide 3 different gameplay objectives every 5 days. These challenges can range from destroying a tier 1 tower before the 12-minute mark to dealing a certain amount of damage or even killing Roshan before the clock strikes 20 minutes. Completing a challenge will reward the player with the compendium coins we mentioned earlier, which can then be redeemed for single items or for a whole set. While the second set of Immortal Treasures may or may not be out by the time you see this video, keep your eyes peeled to our social media pages for more immediate updates regarding when individual items are released. Those paying attention to the Compendium or Dota 2 blog this past week will also notice the first 10 teams have been invited to the main event. These include Vici Gaming, Evil Geniuses, Team Secret, TI2 winners Invictus Gaming, LGD Gaming, Cloud9, Empire, Virtus Pro, TI4 winners New B, and Team Malaysia. This means TI1 winners Na'Vi and TI3 winners Alliance have both not been invited directly, instead being forced to fight through the European qualifier. This is largely due to extremely poor performance and repeated roster changes over the past year. The last 6 slots in the tournament will once again be filled by 4 regional qualifier winners and 2 wildcard winners. Each regional qualifier consists of larger, well-known teams, smaller independent organizations, and the chance for a single amateur team to fight it out among the pros for a potential slot in the main event. Those looking to take part in these regional open events must sign up on one of 2 registration sites, so be sure to check the video description for links to these application pages, or if you're simply looking for more details about anything Dota related we just spoke about. A short while ago, we posted this promotional image to our social media pages, which hinted at an upcoming collaboration between Valve and pinball game makers Zen Studios. We didn't have to wait too long to find out what all the hubbub was about, however, as Zen Studios recently revealed Portal Pinball, a fast-paced pinball game set in the Portal universe, obviously. The game will follow Chell, Atlas, and Peabody as they journey through Aperture Science as the player enjoys pinball, with puzzles being solved as a direct result of the player's actions. Portal Pinball is scheduled for release on Zen's own pinball platforms sometime in the week of May 25, 2015. Unfortunately, neither Valve nor Zen have announced a planned price point, so you'll just have to hold on a little while longer to learn more. One thing is for sure, this isn't a totally new development for Zen, as the team have previously created extremely popular pinball games themed around high-profile existing franchises such as Marvel, Ghostbusters, and Star Wars, among others. It's highly likely we'll be hearing more about this interesting collaboration in the near future, so we'll be sure to let you know when we have anything more to share as the release grows closer. About a month ago, we spoke about the first major reveal of multiplayer footage for the Black Mesa multiplayer mode. While we still haven't seen the livestream footage surface anywhere, there's no real point in looking for it at this point, as an updated version of Black Mesa was finally released onto Steam this past week following 3 years of extra work since its initial release back in 2012. The Steam version is currently in early access and can only be downloaded for £14.99 or $19.99, but it does feature a host of new features. These include new voiceovers and dialogue, updated gameplay scenarios, improved visuals and stability, Steamworks features such as trading cards, emoticons, achievements, and backgrounds, and the brand new multiplayer mode, which can currently be played in either Deathmatch or Team Deathmatch. What aren't included, however, are the infamous Zen chapters, which are reportedly still being worked on. While you wait for that update, which will take some time, let's be honest, you can always check out the game's official Steam Workshop functionality, which lets users create, upload, and download custom maps for the aforementioned multiplayer mode. The included SDK also reportedly features an updated version of Valve's Hammer editor with increased stability. If you're interested by any or all of these features, be sure to head on over and check out the game's new trailer or the Steam store page. As of these past 2 weeks, third-party game developers are now able to ban users from Steam should they have evidence to believe cheats, hacks, or exploits have been used in an online multiplayer experience. Before now, Valve have exclusively held the rights on Steam to ban users, most of whom have been sent on temporary or permanent vacations. Now, should a developer find a user cheating, they can request that Valve ban said user from that particular game on their behalf. As revealed by an announcement page and an FAQ, Valve are not responsible for any of the decisions made regarding third-party game bans. They merely reinforce those requested from developers. To clarify, these bans only prevent users from playing online and/or trading items for a specific game. Banned users will still be able to use Steam normally and load up the game to play it offline. In case you're worried about publishers or developers attempting to abuse the system because someone shouts "Activision sucks" or something similar, fear not. Valve have made it pretty clear that they reserve the right to revoke these banning privileges should a developer abuse the system. For more information on game bans or how you can track a player's current or past punishments, be sure to head on over to the aforementioned announcement and FAQ pages for more details. And that wraps up another week of Valve news. If you enjoyed this episode and are looking for more content, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to check out our other videos, to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch TV, and to join the conversations over on the ValveTime.net community forums. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.